Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. Hi, Kiki. Hi, Bryland Farm. Ah, yes, it's Thursday evening. Time for our chat. How's everybody doing? Hi, Bumblebee. Bumblebee, just a reminder, I need an invoice. I need invoices, it sounds like. You have to get on that. Ah. Just write me a note on a piece of paper. Hi, Janet Kay. Hi, Janet. Have you been here before? It seems to me you have. I've been doing this and that today. I got my 3 things listed, and I had to delve into Bryland Farms box big bin of shorts, men's golf shorts, because I'm out of inventory. I thought of going thrifting today, but then I thought, well, tomorrow's Friday, and that's when they change tags, and there's a chance you can get things half price. So I think I'll go tomorrow and see what I can pick up. If I don't outdo myself in Goodwill, I can go up a few steps and go to Volunteers of America. It's right there in the same shopping center, and see what I can find there. But it all depends on Goodwill. If I like to look at the new things that they bring out, but being Friday, you have to also watch for the tags that they put on that are half price. So I don't know. We'll see. This morning I got I was on the computer going to make a thumbnail of my next video about the 40s. And I got sort of stuck on Canva because it's very, I can just spend hours on there. So I was on there. I made a couple thumbnails. I made one. I want to do a gardening video of my garden has gone to pot. I mean, there's lots of food out there. There's a lot of tomatoes. There's a lot of cucumbers still, and they're getting way too big to use. In fact, some of them I saw were turning yellow. That's way too big, too old. You know, I didn't get many zucchinis from my 2 plants. Last year I had so many, I didn't know what I was going to do with them. This year, it must be just cucumber year. And the tomatoes are doing well. But it's just gone wild because I haven't been out there. You know, you have to start right in the beginning when the plants are tiny, when you can stake them up. I didn't do that. And once they get so big, you can't do it. They crawl all over the ground. And if you try to straighten them up, you'll break them off. So, yeah. So I went out and took a picture of my wild garden, and I'm going to do a little bit out there about that. But trying to get my notes together for my next growing up in the 40s and 50s. Yeah. But I did get things drafted for tomorrow, so I can go to Goodwill without worrying about having to do that. Well, Samantha was here yesterday. She had planned on going to the buying a new dryer. We were going to go to the used dryer store. For anybody that didn't know, my dryer broke about a week and a half ago. I'm not going to buy a new one. I'm going to buy a used one of the old kind that are, I think, better. This one had to be 25 years old that finally broke. It's been fixed a couple times. Uh, the new appliances, they're a lot of computer work inside, and they can't fix them like the old ones. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the old ones. And the people that would come and fix my washer and dryer, my old washer and dryer, they have a little store of used appliances. So, but of course, they're closed on Wednesdays and Sundays. So, Samantha, I said, we're just going to go grocery shopping then because we can't go there. So, she says, well, in 2 weeks, next week she cleans, so that the following week, if I haven't gotten a dryer by then, she says, I'll just come on Thursday and we'll just go on Thursday. So she can change her day from Wednesday to Thursday. She has nothing going. She isn't cleaning any place else on Thursday. So yeah. I'm also thinking, we went shopping. I had done a big order from Aldi the day before, and so I didn't need a whole lot, but just going grocery shopping with somebody else, uh, it's much more enjoyable for me. And I'm so unsteady on my feet. It's probably better I have somebody with me anyway. I told, I told her, we walked past one of those riding carts that they have in the grocery store, the scooter things. I don't know what they call them. I said, one of these days, I'm going to get in one of those when you're with me, and so I can learn to use it. She says they're all different. She did that with her mother. And she says, my mother got away from me and she took out a whole end cap. See, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. But we'll see. Hi, Diane. Uh, yeah, they should be. I mean, they shouldn't be much different than driving a golf cart, right? I've driven plenty of those in my lifetime. Uh, I don't know. She says the trouble is they're all a little different from store to store, and some of them you push on the pedal, the gas, and they go right away. And some of them you push on it and push on it, and they barely creep away. So I don't know. It'll be fun. I should have my camera on when I do this. Hi, Riri. Uh, yes, I wasn't having any sales today, but I just made a Poshmark sale. So that's good. Even though sales are so slow this week, but by the end of the day, I'll get like one sale, just enough to put in my bin, so it's the mail lady has something to pick up when she comes all the way to the back. Do it and hot rod around. I think they only go so fast. Uh, yeah, I think it'll be something. But I see plenty of other people in them, and they don't seem to be having wrecks in the stores, so we'll see. I have been driving for 60 some years. I should be able to handle it, I hope. Ah, oh, the thumbnail with the birds. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to tell when, Bryland Farm comes in, she's getting something to eat. Uh, I wanted to ask her. I had asked her this morning because I always go on her site of her garden, and I watch to see if there's anybody moving around. And there was somebody, and she said somebody else asked her, and she said it was her mom taking the dogs for a walk. But then the more I was on there, there were so many bird sounds that I want to tell her about what happened. Uh, I don't know. For any of you resellers, is anybody selling anything? Are you having any luck at all? Ah, guitar guy isn't here. They sell all different things though. They don't just sell clothes. Yeah, I have to remember to wear my camera when I do that. I may take it tomorrow. Shelley loves wine. Hi. Well, Shelley, everybody loved your everybody loved your pickle. I even got a note from Silver Owl Thrifter because she watches me, and I had just written some things to her, and she said that she loved it too. Yes, you made it. Uh, yeah, I should have taken a picture of it where I have it out in the kitchen. You watch the replay. Yeah, guitar guy. There they are. Uh, yeah, you guys sell lots of things. You don't just sell one thing, right? Guitar guy, you sell, I think you sell one sort of thing and your wife sells she sells clothes, I think. There's Bryland Farm. Uh, Shelley's, it's her birthday weekend. So we have been busy. My birthday is on Saturday. Well, happy birthday, Shelley. Uh, Bryland Farm. I think I asked it and then I got off the site. I don't know if you answered me on the site or not, but I was asking if you down in Louisiana, do you have Carolina wrens, the bird Carolina wrens down there? I There were so many bird calls coming over your site this morning. Oh, you do? I thought for sure I heard one because, right after I asked that question, I looked out my window and right outside my back window on the deck, I have my old clothes rack. One of those expandable ones that, you know, those wooden clothes racks. And lo and behold, there was the Carolina wren. It was sitting on there. I swear it was looking in the window. I think it heard all the bird calls because I was back and forth out of the kitchen and I had the TV turned up. I was watching it on the TV. So I had it turned up pretty loudly. Yeah, it was funny. And it looked, I swear, it was looked like it was looking in. And I thought I heard it. I thought I heard mine. And then I was thinking that's why I asked the question because I thought I heard one from your site. They're very talky. Yeah. Oh, they are a cute little bird. Yes. Ah, yeah, you hear them a lot. Yeah. I think I don't remember. This is the first year I remember hearing them. That's why I looked them up. I have that app on my phone and it told me what it was from the call. And then I kept seeing it. So it showed a picture and everything of it. And so I could identify it. And from then on, I'm hearing it all the time. And it's a call that's sort of different from my normal birds I have around here. So I don't know if this is the first year they've been close. I'm sure they've been around, but it's the first year they must have a nest close here. They mate for life. The male and female Carolina wren, they mate for life. So there's two of them, most probably. And it might have a nest right around my house. Yeah. It says they'll nest in anything. They'll even nest if you have a jacket hanging in the garage, if it has a pocket, they've had them nest right in the pocket of the jacket. They nest in lots of funny things. They don't need a birdhouse. They don't like birdhouses with the little hole. They like an opening like in the side. If you'd put out a box, they may use it, but it has to have a wider opening more on the side. Ah, yeah, I love reading about birds and especially ones I have that I can see around here. I particularly love wrens because they're so chatty. We have a little wren uh, out in the front that the whole time I'm out front, it's chattering at me because they don't like you in their area. Uh, or if the cat comes walking through out there, oh my, yeah. Shelley says the new series about growing up is good, but the sound was low. See, that's what it was on my phone. I try to turn my phone up and then when I edit it, I increase the sound on the video before I send it to YouTube. So I don't know what else to do. I know the phone doesn't have a great, neither does GoPro. I need an external mic for my phone. And I'm probably going to get one maybe in August, but this month has been way too expensive for me. Uh, you sold a top, Bumblebee. Got home late last night. Took you to the post office with me. Oh, but that's good. Uh, Yes, happy birthday. Bumblebee, are you all tired out? I remember when my sister went down to move. I think they moved their daughter, I don't know how many times. And then when their granddaughter grew up, and she got married, they moved her several times. Uh, I haven't heard from Claire. She was on and said she's doing good. Uh, what, last week, early last week? But I haven't heard from her since then. Bumblebee said, years ago, we had birds make a nest in the wreath in the front door. I had that happen once too, a long time ago. Yes, I know there's some birds, they're funny. They're all different. They all have different nesting habits, different kinds of birds. Mm. I don't have any AirPods. No. But I think I can get I have like a cheap I think I have a cheap one of those lavalier wired mics, but I'm not sure. I don't think this phone doesn't have that was an old one where it had to go into a hole, like mics used to go into. This one doesn't have that. So it has to be a different kind of connection. So I have to send for another type. Oh, there's a microphone in the AirPods? Oh, I didn't know that. I've never had them. Oh. So I could just get a pair of AirPods and they would connect with this phone and they have a mic on. Well, I'll have to go talk to the tech guys in Target. There's one tech guy in Target that really seems to know what he's talking about. Yes, you have to buy an adapter for the new iPhone. I don't have I have a 10 XR. I don't have a new one, but it is new enough it doesn't have a hole in it. I made a big jump. I had a 6. Then I went to a 10 XR. I really need to go get another phone. Oh, well, Shelley, thank you. I will go look into that because I have to do something. I know the sound is bad on both. I have the same problem uh, with the GoPro though too. But the GoPro, they're known for their horrible sound, and there are things you can buy, but anything to do with the GoPro is expensive. In fact, the unit that you have to get that fits over the GoPro costs almost as much as the GoPro when you get the mic and everything connected to it. Yeah, I haven't been using that because I had such a hard time. It wouldn't load. It just gives you an error and you can't even try again. So that's horrible. If you you know, go through the whole thing of making a video and then editing it and then it won't load. Or if you go through the whole thing of making a video and it won't even load into your editor. So, yeah, the last one that did that, I just got mad and started using my phone. Uh, yes, if you wear the AirPods when you record the video, it will be like a microphone and it's very clear. Well, I wish I would have known that yesterday because we were in Target. Uh, yeah. I even use the AirPods when you're singing, and the microphone will reduce my loud voice for videos as well. I even use the AirPods when you're singing, and the microphone will reduce my loud voice for videos. Well, I didn't know you sang. Shelley, you're very talented. Ah, yeah. Yes, you're exhausted. I bet. Ah, you have a hidden talent. Well, I wish we could hear you. Ah, maybe you need to start a YouTube channel. Ah, I am enjoying doing this thing about the 40s and the 50s, but the trouble is, I go off on tangents just like I do here, because even though I have notes to go by, when I talk about something, it leads my whole mind into something else that, is related to it. And but I guess that's okay. That's what telling stories is. You used to sing much more than now. Hmm. Diane's here. Where's Diane? I didn't see Diane come in. Did you come in way back there? You like to hear about how my mom ironed every Tuesday. Yes. Yeah, that I remember that whole thing really well. Our kitchen was, I'm going to be talking about this when I talk more about the meals and the food, but the ironing board, she set up the ironing board and would set it up in the kitchen. It was a full size ironing board. And our kitchen was small, it wasn't big at all. And when I was talking about eating, we'd have meals at the kitchen table. We had to pull out the table from the wall in order for somebody to get behind it because there's four of us, and it was a rectangular table. But yeah, it was a small kitchen. 14 in the chat. Tangents are fine. I can't help it. Yeah, that's just what happens. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. See, you must have been there here early. Yeah, right. 6 minutes after. Because 15. Well, welcome, everybody. These are our weekly chats on Tuesday and Thursdays. Unless I have something spectacular that I put on, then I'll sort of insert that instead of one of these. I don't know how to tell everybody that. It'll just be on in place of this, I guess. Oh, Bumblebee's reading up and catching up on the comments. Bumblebee's my wrench person. She's going to keep those bad people out of here. It's doing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's not going viral or anything, but it's doing good. I think a lot of people, I'm getting more comments that I'm answering. I'm getting a lot more comments about it than most of the videos. So that's fun. Hairstyles. Let me write that down. Yeah, I'm taking everybody's advice on what different things to do. Yeah, they definitely changed as the years, popularity of different styles. Sure. You're already down the rabbit hole. Ah. Oh, we had curlers. We had curlers. Oh, they started being hard curlers, like plastic curlers. And then they came out with the foam ones that it was easier to easier to sleep on. Yeah. Uh, and makeup. I don't know too much about makeup. I never was a big makeup person. I mean, I wore makeup, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. Now, I just bought a new thing that came out, Elf came out with, and everybody's doing these videos on it. It's supposed to come tomorrow. I tried to get it in Target yesterday, and you had to go on their site, Target site, to get it. So I just ordered it online from Amazon. It's the same price, $8. So I'm not sure how many you have to buy before you actually get the right color. But I did my best guess for the first one. If I didn't look so horrendous in the morning, I'd do a makeup video, but it's bad. Your grandma did your hair in rags. I can remember my grandmother doing her hair in rags. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I can remember that. I never did that. 17. Wow. Where are all you people coming from? I'm glad you're here for sure. I bought a tube of Elf makeup. It's their new makeup, and I'll never tell you the name of it right now. It's in a tube, sort of a tube about this long and this wide. It's something. See, it's just gone. Oh wait, I think I can find it here. Okay, it's called Glam. No, Elf Soft Glam Foundation. Elf is the brand. Soft Glam. And everybody really likes it. It's a satin finish. Everybody really likes it. It's moderate coverage, medium coverage. And I also bought a foundation brush. I've never used one, but everybody that's doing these videos puts it on with a brush. So what the heck? I'm going to try it. I just wish I could find a good concealer to put to cover this, my big, huge age spot. I haven't found one yet that covers it. It sort of, makes it less look, you know, but it doesn't cover it. I need like theater makeup. I need a dab of theater makeup here. Ah, rags of cloth, and you wrap the hair around them and tie them off. Yeah, I remember those. I never did that, but I remember those. Thank you. Please like, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Bumblebee, for reminding me. I've never tried the airbrush, but then you have to buy that whole thing. Yeah, I've seen videos of them using the airbrush thing, but I've never tried it. You don't get makeup recommendations. I get something pet videos. That's because you talk about pets or gardens. If you just one time put on there something about makeup, you'll get a bunch of things about makeup. That's just, how it is. It's, or if you just mention it to Alexa, all of a sudden you'll get emails. You'll get things on YouTube and videos and texts and everything else because Alexa's listening. I have nice teeth. Well, yeah. They cost a lot. These aren't so nice. Oh, I can't see this the end of the last thing Guitar Guy just said. I have to wait till it moves up. Okay, there. Brian, those videos of dogs are hilarious. I saw it's still up over here. I haven't looked at those yet. Your poor hubby is passed out. Too much sun today. We were out at the water park for about 10 hours. Oh my. Yeah, that's a lot of sun. Uh, he must be a professional voice guy. He's so funny. I'll have to go on and watch those because I don't understand. He takes real dog video and sings and talks for them. Oh, okay. There was a video a long time ago that I still have it saved because it was so cute. It was about a little dog, and the dog is talking. It's about the man told the dog he had gotten a little kitten for him at the pet store. You remember that one? And the dog's so excited he wants to see the little kitten. A voice, yeah, it was like a voiceover. Janet, good night. Have a good night. Hmm. Yeah, he's made a couple of them I've had, but that first one that I saw, I saved because I go back and watch it every once in a while. It's so cute. Oh. Is that what it is up there? It looks like Rockstar Pet Videos. Rock. I have to look at if there's lots more of them because I really like that. When Shirley is on, I take over the big TV in the living room. Oh dear. I That's probably not good for me to be on the big screen. Uh, but that's where I watch YouTube too. I watch it out there on the big screen just so I can see. Uh, I'm out there most of the time, and I have to watch things on. It's either this bigger computer or the big screen on the TV, and it's bigger out there. The trouble is I can't comment. I have to come in here to comment or comment on the phone, and it's different on the phone. Yeah, mine's about that size too, guitar guy. Oh, got a Kleenex. Well, I ate my first tomato out of the garden. It was big. It was a big, huge tomato. And I sliced it nice and thin with my bread knife because somebody was talking about that bread knife and they said they use it for lots of things, not just bread. It's very sharp. And it sliced the tomato really nice. So I made a tomato. I used my bread that I made. I toasted it a little bit. Excuse me. I put some, I got at Aldi, I got some mozzarella cheese. It's soft and it comes in slices. Of course, the slices are hard to get apart because it's a soft cheese. But I got some of it apart and I put it on the this bread and then the tomato, and then I'm still trying, Brian. I'm still trying to get through that those chicken sausages. I don't like them, but I don't want to throw them away. So I cooked the rest of them and I sliced those real thin and laid them on there and then put some sweet mustard sauce on. and made the sandwich. It was really good. Uh, Penny may need a sausage. Well, yeah, she got some sausage in her meal tonight. Yeah. The trouble with it is when you think of sausage, you think of a certain flavor. It's sort of like different than a hot dog. This tastes more like a regular hot dog, and it's not even that tasty. It's not good. Don't get that. I'd be better off just buying sausage, you know. It's better. Usually I buy some kibasi that's already cooked and without the skin. That's another thing. These have skin on them. I don't like that either. Uh, Nick and Andrea, hi. Congratulations, by the way. They're up for an award. They're on the list for an award, a business award. Congratulations. Uh, Shelley says, I couldn't believe it. I've now listed all of my leftover wine shippers. I don't know what that means. Nick says, in the lounge, in an old cottage in a village near, oh, where you're saying you live. Yes. In an old village, cottage in a village near Norwich. Norwich. Yes, they're in the UK. It's my connection with Britain. Uh, Susan, hi, you're from Alabama. I don't think you've been here before. I don't remember your name. Susan Currington. Well, hi. Yes, that's a big deal, I guess. I don't think we have that here. I haven't ever heard of it before. Uh, yeah. Oh, we can. Okay, I will for sure. People from the US can vote too. So go on their site, Nick and Andrea Hills, and you can vote. They must. Do you have something on your site that I'm sure they must probably explain. Ah, you just never catch a live, but you subscribe. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a link under your latest video. Okay. I will get that done. Yes, everybody go vote. They have been doing YouTube for a long time, 10 years, I think, right? 10 years? You feel like a sleazy politician asking for votes. No, no, no. This is much different. Uh, yeah, 10 years. Over 2,000 videos. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Nick or Andrew, were you ever in text group? I don't remember ever seeing him there, but I don't know. Maybe. Mm, this sounds familiar from that page. Huh. Maybe they, I don't know. I have no idea. No, not in any groups. I did pop in for a live chat with Mel a few weeks back, though. Ah, okay. Yeah, they know Mel from Australia, back from Burnout. That's Mel. She's a bookseller, big time bookseller. Yeah, yeah. She's had a couple big meetings with tech, tech and sports. I'm having a good word day today. I'm remembering things. Of course, I didn't remember the makeup name, but that's okay. I could find it. Yes, I like to watch Mel. She has so much energy. I don't know how she does all she does. Ah, I'm going to go. I'm going to try to go on your site right after this and vote so I don't forget. My mind isn't the best. About my favorite foods growing up. Foods. I don't think I had favorite foods growing up. Uh, Maybe if I think about it, maybe I did. Ice cream. I always like to talk about ice cream. Oh, fish and chips for me can't get enough. And mushy peas. I don't know what that is. Well, fish and chips, I know. Ah, yeah, I would have loved to come to Britain and taste fish and chips your way. I'm sure it's not like over here. Someone posted a video about old time sandwiches like pimento cheese. I remember that pimento cheese. Now that you mention it, I would have never thought of that on my own. My father liked those. Of course, he also liked sardines in a can too, which just turned my stomach when he'd sit and eat those. Oh, okay. Brian Farm found it. Okay. Nick says, we are in the community category. We are the hills are alive. Nick and Andrea Hills. Okay. Yeah, the what did my mom make for dinner? I'm going to have a video about meals and stuff that we would have. My mother had a pressure cooker, the old kind, and bad things happened with that. I'll tell you about it in the video. But she would make things like, I suppose, like the the pressure cookers now. What they're called, something pot, Instapot. Instapots, they're pressure cookers. But my mother had the old steel kind with that knob thing on the top. They were dangerous. Yes, sardine sandwiches too. Yeah. Mm. My mom made a lot of it was always a regular big dinner. It wasn't much food. I don't know how to say that. It was, when we were real little, both my sister and I remember having Spam. Everybody knows about Spam, right? Spam. And there were four of us, two grown-ups and two little girls. And she would fix one can of Spam, and she would put it on a pan, and she'd score the top of it and put brown sugar on it. So it would like be a sweet on the top. And then she baked it in the oven. And that was the meat. One can of Spam. This was way back, maybe during, just after the war. And then she'd have, you know, potato and a vegetable probably. But we always had dessert. That is why I still can't eat a meal and feel like I've finished a meal without having something sweet at the end, like a dessert. We were always brought up having dessert at the end of our meal. Shelley says, you still have a steel pressure cooker with a top that is like tisk, tisk, tisk. Yeah. Oh my. Have you ever had it explode? Yeah, my mother did. Make sure you have that top on. Good. Yeah, I'll have to tell about that. What a mess all over the ceiling. I mean, that's dangerous. Uh, I'll have to remember to tell a story about when, oh, I just thought of something else. I'm not even going to mention that because I can't explain it here. No, your grandma taught you how to let the pressure out. Yeah. Well, I'm sure my mother used it, you know. I'm sure she did it right most of the time, but there was one time she didn't. You had corned beef hash out of a can in the 60s and said, yeah, we had that too. We'd have it with eggs in the morning. Sometimes if we had a big breakfast, we'd have corned beef hash and eggs. Me too with the dessert, Shirley. My mom made and decorated her cakes, made cookies and hard candies. Wow. My mother, when I went through my recipes, I have 5 recipes of fudge from her. 5 different recipes. Yeah, she made a lot of fudge, mostly for the holidays, but yeah. You'd like to find a good homemade recipe for cream corn. The best cream corn I ever had was my my husband Jack. His cousins lived in Western Ohio. I can't think of the name of it. It's some little towns right on the border, northwestern Ohio, and that's where that's where uh, my husband's mother and father both came from, and yeah, and they had farmed. Well, the one had a farm, and they had big cornfields. And I remember going out and picking corn, and the grandmother of them out there, she'd take the corn off the cob, and she made the best cream corn I've ever had. And do I have the recipe? No. But I don't know, just being sweet corn off the cob, fresh out of the cornfield, it's probably what made it so good. And some kind of smelly cheese. Limburger? Yes, Limburger. I remember that cheese, that smelly cheese. Lima beans. Yeah, I liked lima beans when I was, but none of my family liked lima beans, so I really didn't make them much. Uh, see, liver sauce. Oh, that sounds horrible. But my mother made liver and onions. Yeah, she could hardly stand actually cooking it, making it, but I actually liked it. My father liked it too. Once it was cooked, I didn't have anything to do with the cooking, but liver and onions. Yeah. Shoot, now you want fudge. Head cheese. I just remember Limburger was the big smelly cheese. It's a miracle you survived, really. Yeah, Limburger cheese. Oh, you detest lots of corn being from Nebraska. Yeah, I bet. They had a dog. It looked sort of like a golden retriever. That dog would go out in the cornfield and jump up and pick its own corn and bring it out of the cornfield and lay and scratch at it and get down to the corn and eat it. It picked its own corn. Ah, very talented dog. Ah, my mom, when she made cakes, she always made layer cakes so that she stacked one on top of another with the frosting in between and then lots of frosting. And she always made, no matter what kind of cake, she'd make the white fluffy frosting, the sticky gooey frosting. and she'd frost the cake, and then she'd take a spoon and hit it, like tap it, and made little points all over it. That's all her cakes look the same. Yeah, liver and onions. Yeah. It's the only time I ever remember having it. I never made it. When I got married and had my, did the cooking for my I never made it. Yeah, that's too bloody. Shelley says she loved head cheese. Oh, well, I will get on this food subject because I've already eaten all I'm supposed to eat today because I've already had my dessert. I had ice cream. They eat funny stuff in the South. Oh, yeah, I definitely gave up a lot of the stuff my father ate. Mom more or less ate, I don't know, she had to eat what she cooked. And who ruins tea with a pound of with a is there something under the heart there? Have to wait till that moves up. Oh, and who ruins tea with a pound of sugar? Well, I put sugar in everything, so yeah. Shelley, do you drink tea without any sugar? See, I put a teaspoon of sugar in tea. I put more sugar in coffee than I do in tea. Uh, well, what about sweet tea? What about don't you have sweet tea? Like iced tea with lots of sugar in it? Yeah, sweet tea. Ever since we took a trip down south and I tasted sweet tea because I used to drink iced tea with sugar and lemon. But once I tasted that sweet tea down south, I never put lemon in my iced tea ever again. It was just sweet tea. You like sun tea with no sugar? Isn't it a little? I had a big container that I would, and I had great big, they were made to do sweet tea with. They were great big tea bags. And then I had big glass jar. I used to sit out in the sun and make my own sun tea. I wonder where that ever went. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it anymore. Oh, they don't know sun tea in the South either. They look at me like I'm crazy. Huh. Actually, I thought that's where it was from. I don't know why. It just sounded like it should be from the South. Yeah, I boil water too. That's how I make it now, but I drink a lot of tea. I drink coffee in the morning. I have my 2 mugs of coffee, and then the rest of the time I drink tea. But in the summer, I drink a lot of sweet tea. Yeah. Well, I'm not about to, make liver and onions. I suppose it's good for you. I think that's probably why my mother made it. Maybe liver was very inexpensive. I don't know anything about the pricing of different. I'll have to look that up for my videos. What the pricing was for different types of meat in the back in the 40s. No, you think you have to boil water to dissolve the sugar. No, I just put I boil well, make the water hot. It doesn't necessarily have to be boiling. It just has to be, steaming a little bit, and then I pour it over a tea bag and put a teaspoon of sugar in it, in the cup. That's how the English do it, right? I don't think Nick and Andy are still here. They could answer that for us. Oh, your husband went from using sugar to not using sugar? Ah, well, I suppose you could taste the different types of tea better without the sugar. Because I uh, I have lots of different herbal teas out there that I use, but like ginger tea is supposed to be so good for your stomach. So I think I should be drinking that a lot, but it's so bitey. It's almost burning, you know. I don't know how to say it. Almost burns your tongue in a spicy way. So I need to put a little honey or a little something in there. Doesn't necessarily have to be sugar. It can be maple syrup, anything sweetener or honey is fine with me. Georgia versus Nebraska. Is it your is that where your husband's from? Georgia. Yeah. Yes, I have mint tea for sure. Mint tea is very good. Peppermint tea is good for if you're a little bit sick to your stomach. But ginger tea, I think, is more for if you just have a bellyache. That's what I always thought. But yeah, herbal teas, there's lots of great herbal teas. I always loved chamomile tea. That was the first tea I think I ever had. My grandma Vorp. My mother, that was my grandma and grandpa Vorp, Vorpe. It's Vorpe. Uh, they were French, part French. And my mother was part French. And she loved tea. And we'd go visit, and she'd make us tea when we were just little. And she'd make it real um, weak chamomile tea, and she'd put milk in it and a little sugar. See, everybody, all of us like sugar. Yeah, and I still love chamomile tea. Hi, Debbie. And see you sneak in up there. Ah, Brian's daddy makes candied ginger for tummy troubles. Yeah. He made us a batch the last time he visited. How is that? Is that sort of spicy, bitey too when it's candied? I've never bought ginger, the root ginger. I know it's good for you. I should buy some and look to see what to do with it. Candied ginger. Huh. Well, I'm going to have to close here because it is past time for my cat's insulin. She's such a bother. She was out in the garden a long time today. And then when she was ready to come in, she meowed at the kitchen door. Yes, it still has a bite, but it really works. Ah. Buy a root and stick it in your garden. It's a beautiful plant. It probably just grows in the south, doesn't it? It probably wouldn't grow here in the winter. You think? I don't know anything about it. Makes a beautiful plant. I'll have to look that up. You got yours from Whole Foods. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up about it. I don't even know, actually, don't know what the ginger plant looks like off the top of my head. Shelley buys ginger root from the store. Yeah. Yeah, they always have it at the store. See, Google says warm and humid. Yeah, it wouldn't last here. It'd do good in your backyard. uh, Stacy, what across from the banana tree, little banana trees, it looks like you have a bunch of stuff in pots. Am I seeing that right? Are those things in pots? Like a lot of them. You just know that you peel the root with a spoon. Yeah, I've seen them do that. Those are okra under cloches. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing I've never grown. I can grow okra, but I've never tried it. Cloche. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Uh, I had 2 or 3 of those antique glass cloches in our antique store. I wish I woulda kept them. Really, it's a Dollar Tree trash can turned upside down. Well, if it works, it works. Oh, yeah, they're great. I wish I had them. Yeah, the cute wire ones, they don't have them anymore. Mm. Yeah, Bryland's farm is in Louisiana. Ah, you did buy closures from the Dollar Tree this year, but they are thin, thin plastic. Only get 1 or 2 years of use. Yeah, we've been to Louis. We've been to Louisiana. We didn't spend a lot of time there, but we were. That's one of the many states when we were antiquing. When we'd go off on these antique trips. Baton Rouge is a shithole now. Katrina killed it. Yeah. Yeah, that was horrible. Oh, Brian was stationed down there for you, Matt. How long have you two been married, Shelley? You sound like newlyweds. Fort Polk. Fort Polk, Louisiana. Well, people, I have to go give my cat a shot. Her insulin. She needs to eat. I'm surprised she isn't in here. We've been there many times, not a fun place. Okay, I will see you all Sunday. I hope I make some more sales before then, or it's going to be very short on the sales part of it. Uh, I'm working on more YouTube videos, the recorded kind. I'll try to take my camera to Goodwill tomorrow with me. And I will see you there. Shelley, you have a happy birthday. Have a happy birthday party. Okay, thank you, guitar guy. Ah, okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Bumblebee. Don't forget. Bye-bye.